I'm Malcolm Hall, founder and CEO of OpenBox, global leaders in automation for real estate. So last time we spoke about the Holy Grail, automating the lease, and spoke about how the key to it all is the quality of data, not necessarily, although that's a great benefit to automation, cost reductions and efficiency. So coming back to the data, there are really two approaches that I want to talk about today, and they are really two different angles that people are approaching the automation of the lease in today. The first is where the focus is on abstracting the lease, so automating the abstract process after the lease has been created in the traditional manner, working through legal team and so on and so forth, and very often working through paper-based formats of the lease. That assumes that the lease is very different from time to time, and the automation of the abstraction process once the lease is signed is then where the efficiencies and critically the quality and consistency of the data is then created. So the solutions that we see today are the likes of Leviton, where they're using a machine learning tool to assist with that automation. The second approach is where companies are focusing on starting the automation process right at the very beginning. So at the start, where the legal team is getting involved in actually negotiating the lease and working through the terms, that is the origination of the automation. And then the process is automated through to finally the data feeding into the financial systems or billing and accounting systems at the end. So an example of people playing in the space is Lease Pilot. An interesting take on it. There have been quite a lot of attempts over the years to come from that angle, and I think Lease Pilot have an interesting approach. Interesting also in that it was started by some lawyers, so usually the most difficult group to get on board with automating anything, but particularly automating the lease. So yeah, and I think they certainly are looking like they might be very successful in all of that. So how do we get involved in all of that? Well, critically, we are about the wrapper. So we work with the likes of Leviton, the likes of Lease Pilot, and others, and assist in ensuring that the point solutions that those are integrated into a greater whole. So the end-to-end process is automated as opposed to just the solution itself. So are we making some progress in that Holy Grail? Absolutely. It's an exciting time to be in the space, and an exciting time to finally see the aspirations of those of us who've been in the industry for so long finally getting to a point of realization.